Coming up on Hawk TV, we take a look at volleyball and football playoffs,
the color guard growing and working to break gender stereotypes,
and a potential change to next year's LISD calendar.
This is Hawk TV for Friday, November 18th.
Hebron High School. I'm Elena Barnes.
And I'm Drew Vaughn. With the end of marching season, the color guard is transitioning into their Winterguard season. Beth Christensen has a closer look at the story.
Winterguard is a small organization that is working to become more well-known in the school.
You have several pieces of equipment and you have a show idea, and just like a theater production, you have a certain amount of time to portray your production to the audience.
Contrary to popular belief, Winter and Color Guard are both for males and females.
It's really hard to get guys after you've had 3, 4, 5 years of just girls in guard. So it's in other schools it's widely accepted for guys to be in guard. I think if we put it out there, we could have more guys in guard.
Guard teaches more than just tossing and catching correctly.
Not to give up. I mean, it sounds so basic, but there are some days when you just look and you're like, you're covered in bruises, and it's so easy to just go home and go to bed, but you have to do that next rep.
If you're a hardworking person and you feel like you want something to do and you need to put your energy into something, guard is something you should do. If you want to express yourself in a way, you should learn to do guard.
This is Beth Christensen reporting for Hawk TV. Now back to the studio.
For more information on Winterguard, contact any guard member, Mr. Newell, or any band director.
LISD is debating making changes to next year's calendar. Lindsay Yu takes a look at the story.
Every year, school regularly starts on the 3rd or 4th week of August, but next year, LISD is debating making a change to the calendar to start in the beginning of August.
Right now, there's currently 4 calendars proposed for next year. 2 of the calendars would be typical of what we've had in the past, but because we're applying with the state to be a district of innovation, that possibly could give us the opportunity to start school sooner. Rather than the end of August, we possibly could start school around the 1st of August.
By starting school earlier in August, students will be able to take their first semester finals before winter break, and graduation will be able to be before June. Stuga Advisory Chair Ethan Lee attends the LIC board meetings to discuss big changes such as this.
The pros would definitely be starting earlier, which means we can end earlier. And it would also allow for more summertime for the kids.
As a teacher, I guess the pros would be, we get to graduate kids earlier. And that means you'll have a longer summer in a way, or you can start, summer quicker. The pro would be is that you would end the semester before Christmas. Because kids go off to Christmas and they forget everything. When you come back, you have the semester final.
Because of the different opinions and options for these changes, the LIC board will vote next spring on whether or not to make the change.
I want to make this change because many students, faculty, and parents have been requesting this for a while now, and they finally found a way to actually make that happen. But the only way it can happen is if we do switch from what we are now to the District of Innovation.
This is Lindsay Yu reporting from Hawk TV. Now back to the studio.
Thanks, Lindsay. We'll be right back.
Fiction. Because what if the 4th Thursday isn't the last Thursday? Four.
4.
The answer is
5.
The Sioux.
Waxahachie.
Sacagawea is a person.
Waxahachie. $100 million. 100 million.
I already said a billion.
1.
$1908.
1956. New York.
New York City.
No, wait, what? Did you say parade or like their first Thanksgiving?
first Thanksgiving.
Pennsylvania.
It was in Plymouth.
Welcome back. World history teacher, girls basketball and softball coach Seth Bell is new to Hebron this year. Cole Phillips gives us a closer look at the story.
A new face has been added to the Hebron basketball coaching staff. Seth Bell is a new assistant coach for the girls team.
For the last 2 years, I was at Creek Valley Middle School teaching U.S. history, and I was the girls athletic coordinator.
Bell has a defensive mindset when it comes to the sport and believes that hard work can beat talent when it all comes down to it.
My personal philosophy is just to work hard, to get after it. We're going to pride ourselves in being good defensively and working harder than everybody else. And if we can do those things, then scoring points and the other things will take care of themselves.
Bell loves the sport of basketball because of the way it can bring a group of people together as a whole.
I just love the sense of family that you get. It's a little different than some of the other sports where you have bigger teams and different things. You know, basketball's a little smaller group. You kind of connect with everybody and have a sense of family there. I also love just the competitive nature of it, getting out there and trying to outwork everybody else around you.
Bell has been very well received by his fellow coaches and fits in as well as if he'd always been here.
He brings real good knowledge to the game. He's really passionate about what he's doing. He gets along great with the girls. He's been an awesome fit coming in with us. We didn't really know much about him when he came here, but he just stepped right in. It's just been like he's been a part of us for 10 years.
Bell is very happy to have made the move over to Hebron and appreciates his students and all the hard work that they put in.
The students here have been absolutely incredible. The most respectful kids I've been around, hardworking kids, just doing things the right way. So it's been a pleasure to be here.
This is Cole Phillips reporting for Hawk TV. Now back to the studio.
Girls basketball has games tonight at the Colony High School at 3 and 5 p.m.
Tonight, volleyball takes on the undefeated Oak Ridge High War Eagles in the state semifinals, and football plays against Duncanville in the second round of playoffs. I got to take a closer look into their preparations.
In tonight's game, Coach Keeney expects that her team will overcome all obstacles.
I think with some returning kids, I know what they and I want, and that is, I want it all. They want it all. So it's going to be a lot tougher road for us this year at the state level. So I'm hoping that they can go take care of business and win it all, but it's going to be up to them.
Playing an undefeated team does not intimidate Coach Keeney.
Things mean nothing for us either, and I don't even know where we sit anymore and never have really cared because it's about who shows up on the court at the time. But definitely it's impressive that they haven't lost a match.
Keeney shares her plans for the team.
Just taking one practice at a time, taking one game at a time, never looking beyond. That's my goal. My job is to keep the kids focused on the next whatever we're working on.
Senior Kylie McLaughlin has the opportunity to win back-to-back state championships.
Really hard for this all year, and it's really special that we get to go back. Not many schools get to do it, and just being my senior year is something special not a lot of seniors get to do. Just be positive and keep the team together and lead them, get everyone playing their best game so we can go out with another state championship.
Due to injury, backup quarterback senior Cole Jamison leads the team as starting quarterback in tonight's game.
It was great. I've been, working really hard in case I had to fill in for Clayton if something were to happen. He's done a phenomenal job of getting us here, and it's not really about me, it's more about the team, and I just have to come in and, do my job and let my team do the rest, and hopefully we'll get a win.
Our backup, Cole Jamison, knows the system, can run the system. Naturally, when you lose a player that's been that productive, some things will change, but he's been working all year in case something happened, and then this is his opportunity to run our system and utilize his strengths.
The team is prepared for the upcoming challenges of tonight's game.
To execute and worry about ourselves and execute our schemes to give us the best chance to make first downs and score points.
Odell shares that proper execution is key for a successful outcome.
Challenge, because they're big guys up front. We're gonna have to get on double teams and move those big guys to create running lanes. We're gonna have to neutralize their speed with some misdirection and be able to get the ball to our guys in space where they can make plays. And it's gonna be a big time challenge.
Jamison is confident to have the opportunity to play for his team.
I like the pressure, and I feel like it makes me play better, and it just makes me want to succeed more for my team.
This is Elena Barnes reporting from Hawk TV. Now back to the studio.
Tonight, football plays at Pennington Stadium at 7:30 and volleyball plays in Garland at 5.
In other sports news, at the state cross-country meet last week, junior Abby Reardon placed 9th and freshman Nevaeh Pintoja was in the top 50. That's it for today's broadcast. I'm Drew Vaughn.
And I'm Elena Barnes. Have a great rest of your day.